What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Saturday, March 8th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Got a lot of action today. A lot of college hoops on the board. I got an NHL 3-pack as well as an NBA play of the day. It's a great time to jump on long term because the 3-day and 7-day passes are less than buying each of Saturday's daily packages individually, and get you a few extra days worth of plays every play that I make. So make sure that you check that out. But we're here to talk about a 10-game NHL card. I'll be fully transparent. Our morning show ran a lot longer than I thought it was going to this morning. So when this is released, the first two games, the 12:30 games, will probably both have started by then. So if you're watching this and you still want to bet those games, I did give out the Rangers and the Flyers on the morning show, but if you want my analysis and quick analysis on it, I will go into that here. You could use it as a live bet opportunity, but the other games will have plenty of time to get in for you. So just fully transparent, tried to get it out early today, but unfortunately just with how long we ran, just wasn't happening. But it's here. We're still going to get you some money to be made tonight with some plays for the evening. So without further ado, you guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. First game comes to us from the Wells Fargo Center, where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Seattle Kraken, and I just don't trust the Seattle Kraken consistently. I know that the Philadelphia Flyers are coming off of a disappointing showing in their last game, and they're 4-4-2 in their last 10 overall. But the thing is that the Philadelphia Flyers have been able to provide value at home, and it was just a tough spot. Even with the Winnipeg Jets on a back-to-back, Connor Hellebuyck is not an easy goalie to be able to break down. And the Philadelphia Flyers, they tried, but like I said, Hellebuyck's probably going to win a Vezina. So I'm not holding that against the Flyers here. I think they can easily get to the Kraken in this one. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Flyers on the money line in this one. Now we head to the Canadian Tire Center for a match between the Ottawa Senators and the New York Rangers. And I get it, Ottawa is really strong at home this season. It's where they play their better hockey for sure, but the New York Rangers are no slouch. And right now these are two teams that have almost identical records, and we're catching plus money with a Rangers team that's had the better success as of late. Sure, Ottawa's won, 2 of their last 3 games. Those wins came against Chicago and San Jose. As much as we like those teams to provide value and they're great underdogs for us, the reality is they're not great hockey teams. Outside of that, Ottawa's still lost 6 of their last 8 overall, and have a losing home record against Montreal and Winnipeg since coming back from the Four Nations break. They have a losing record at home. So I think the New York Rangers are a good team that just had a bit of a rough start to the year. I think we're going to start to see the Senators kind of turn it on a little bit here. So I'm going to lean towards the Rangers here. We're getting a great price with New York. I'll take them at plus money. To the Amalie Arena for a matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Boston Bruins. This is a hefty price for this matchup. However, this game for me is just a sort of a microcosm of the trade deadline for Boston anyways, because I think we're starting to see where Boston's mindset is in terms of where they see this team going the rest of the way. Right now, Boston is 28-28-8, but 10-17-3, a 33% win percentage on the road this season. Those are not numbers that we're used to seeing from the Boston Bruins. Historically, this has been a Bruins team that's usually near the top of the Atlantic Division, or at least in a playoff spot. And right now, if we're looking at the wild card spot or even the division, Boston's the second worst team in the Atlantic Division. They're 3 points out of a playoff spot right now, but they are not used to being this far down the division. I think that the trade of Brad Marchand to Florida just tells you that the Boston Bruins are kind of, I don't want to say mailing it in, but they don't have high hopes for this season. That they've lost 8 of their last 9 games overall. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay Lightning have won 9 of their last 10, and before the 6-5 win in their last game against Buffalo, Tampa Bay had won the previous 8, had their previous 8 wins come by multiple goals. I just think right now it's a case of the haves versus the have-nots. I'm taking the Lightning on the puck line in this one. Now we're going to the Amerant Bank Arena, where the Florida Panthers take on the Buffalo Sabres, and another matchup where, I just can't get there with the Buffalo Sabres, even catching a decent plus price here, because even though, the Buffalo Sabres have been able to provide value in certain spots, The fact of the matter is they collapsed in that last game. Now the losing streak is at 5. They've given up 6 goals in back-to-back games, and they've given up a combined 25 goals in their 5-game losing streak. Keep in mind, they put up 5 early goals against Andrei Vasilevsky and still found a way to lose that game 6-5. Now you're taking on a Florida team that's won 5 straight, playing great defense. They've allowed 1 goal or less in 4 of their last 5 games and in 7 of their last 8. Right now, like I said, just another instance of the haves versus the have-nots. The Panthers are on a roll right now. Like I mentioned, they just acquired Brad Marchand. It only makes this strong team even stronger, and I think the Panthers get the job done here. I think the Panthers win this one maybe 4-1. So I'm going to take the Panthers on the puck line in this one. Heading to the Scotiabank Saddledome, where the Calgary Flames take on the Montreal Canadiens. And, I could understand why Calgary's favored at home here, because historically this is where this season Calgary has played their better hockey. They've been just a strong team at home. They're 17-10-4. But Montreal is still the team in better form between these two teams side by side. And, Montreal has picked up wins in 5 of their last 6 games. They took Edmonton to overtime in their last matchup. And the Calgary Flames, they've still dropped 4 of their last 5. Now, I get it. They are just coming off a 6-game road trip. But even in the home games, before that road trip, they only scored 3 in a 1-goal win over the Sharks. Before that, they lost at home to Seattle, Colorado, Toronto. And I don't have faith in the Calgary Flames right now. I think the Montreal Canadiens are the better team, playing better hockey. So I'm going to roll with Montreal here. We're getting them at a nice plus price. I'll take them here. Now we head to the Ball Arena for a match between the Colorado Avalanche and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And, I love my Maple Leafs. I like backing this Toronto team. We're getting some plus money with them, which is not something that you see all that often. But I think Toronto's in a little bit of trouble here. There's teams, some of the best teams in the NHL are going to go through slumps. And we've seen it with Toronto. We see it with Vegas. We see it with Colorado. We see it everywhere. Teams are going to go through funks over the course of an 82-game season. And right now I think Toronto's just in one. They took one on the chin against the San Jose Sharks before the road trip started. They got busted up early by Vegas and then couldn't recover. Now they go into Colorado against an Avalanche team that's playing their best hockey at home. They are flat out rolling right now. They've outscored their last 4 teams over the course of this homestand by a combined score of 21-7. And like I said, Colorado's just playing on another level right now. I think that the Colorado Avalanche get the job done at home in this game. I'm going to take Colorado on the money line. This one's a reasonable price. Give me the Avs here. Now we head to the Crypto.com arena for this matchup between the Los Angeles Kings and the St. Louis Blues. And I've said time and time again, I would like to back the Kings when they're at home, and I want to back them a lot down the stretch because they have been one of the best home teams in the NHL, and they have a backloaded home schedule as well, to where they have, if I'm doing quick math here, 22 games left to play, and of those 22 games, 15 of them are going to be at home. So 67% of their upcoming games to close out the season are at home, where they've picked up points in 23 of 26 games this season. The thing is, though, this is, I think, just a bad matchup for the Kings, as the Blues are red hot right now. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. They picked up wins over Anaheim and the Kings in LA. I mean, heck, the St. Louis Blues have beaten the Kings twice in a 1-week span, and I think that they complete the trifecta here. Even if you don't think they do, that this price is too good to pass on with the St. Louis Blues here. We're getting them around plus 165. This line is shot up towards LA. And I get it. People think a quick revenge spot. Think that the Blues the Blues are due to take a loss. I'm not buying it here. I'm going to take the St. Louis Blues plus 1.5, and on the money line as well in this one. Now we head to this matchup between the Nashville Predators and the Chicago Blackhawks from Bridgestone Arena. Another matchup where I get why the Preds are favored at home here. They've started to pit it together, pick up a couple of wins. But I have learned, even though the Nashville Predators have a winning record at home this season, 16-12-3, when you put expectation on the Nashville Predators and expect them to start doing something, expect them to start winning games that they should win, is when they start to fall apart. Yeah, they've outscored Boston and Seattle 11-6 in their 2 most recent wins. But let's not forget that the Chicago Blackhawks have won 3 of their last 4 games. They just picked up a win on the road in Anaheim to close out their recent road trip. And they've scored 4 or more goals in 4 of their last 5 games. The Blackhawks are playing some decent hockey right now, and just an odd team I really want to go against, especially when we're having to lay this price with Nashville as an alternative. So give me the Chicago Blackhawks plus 1.5 and on the money line in this one. Now we head to this matchup between the San Jose Sharks and the New York Islanders. And the Islanders are another team that made a couple of moves at the trade deadline that kind of told me where the direction this team thinks that they are headed. And when, the Islanders shipped out Brock Nelson, he was one of the longer tenured Islanders on that team, tells me that the Islanders are probably more interested in tearing it down and rebuilding it back up right now than the current aspects of trying to make the postseason. The San Jose Sharks, they picked up some quality wins over Buffalo and Toronto on the road. Now they go back home where they have a slightly better record. And yeah, they're coming off a loss to the Colorado Avalanche. We talked earlier. The Colorado Avalanche are on a tear right now. And like I said, this is a fade of this price with the New York Islanders, I think, more than anything else. I'm not rushing to the window to bet this game, but if I were to bet it, I'd probably have someone on the Sharks plus 1.5 and on the money line as well. Our final matchup on Saturday's card takes us to Rogers Place, where the Edmonton Oilers take on the Dallas Stars. And, I can understand, the wanting to back the Edmonton Oilers at home. It's a coin flip price. The Edmonton Oilers are, still one of the pair of the best players in the world in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. But I haven't been overly impressed with the Oilers since the Four Nations break. They haven't scored more than 3 goals in a game since the Four Nations face-off break, coming back from it. And they've gone just 2-5 in those 7 games. The Dallas Stars are hot. They've won 4 straight, 7 of 8. Now, granted, they are a much better home team than they are on the road. They're 24-7-1 at home, 17-12-1 on the road. But they did just, finish with 3 wins in their last 4 road games against the Islanders, the Devils, and the Sharks. Took one on the chin against the Blue Jackets. The only thing standing them between the Stars and an 8-game win streak right now. But you go back home, you get some momentum, and now you're back on the road against an Edmonton team that's going to have your full attention. Yeah, I'm going to take the Dallas Stars at coin flip price. I really like the direction the Stars team is headed, so give me Dallas on the money line at the coin flip price. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Saturday, March 8th, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the premium picks tab at the top of the page and make sure to let me know your NHL pick in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon.